You're all very, very welcome this morning to Galway and to the GMIT and to this beautiful theatre. Compliments of the GMIT and Michael Hannon, acting president, here with us this morning. We're very grateful for his support. I'm glad that so many people could make it. I know that the weather is a little bit inclement, and also we have the other issues going on nationwide. So I'm very, very, very happy that people have made that special effort to be here on what is an extremely important day for you, the student. It's also lovely for the parents and for the teachers to be recognised for the great work that's happening in our schools. So to begin, just to remind people, if they could put their phones on silent, please, and to note the fire exits left and right here at the front, and also at the back section behind you. For those people in the top end, there are an exit points at the back of the theatre. So I want to introduce you to the people here on my left. We have Michael Hannon, who's acting president of the GMIT, who I mentioned earlier. Mr. Tom Parlin, who's represents the Construction Industry Federation, and alongside him is Dermot Carey, also from CIF, Construction Industry Federation. We have Mr. Phil Ward from Extra Term, and Extra Term very important to us as our main sponsors, because lots of the work that we do is funded by our sponsors. We have no other source of revenue or income for that purpose, so we're very grateful for that. David Tracy is here with us, along with Winifred Ryan, representing CISC, and CISC also assist with sponsorship. And you'll see later on we have a special presentation that they make to the Junior Cert top place in Junior Cert Materials Technology Wood. We'll see that in a short while. Our special guest today, special speaker, is Seamus Lahert, and Seamus is the president of the TUI, which is the Teachers Union of Ireland. We also mention today and welcome the members of the Hayes family who are here with us today, and I'll explain a little bit more about the significance of their attendance later on. We're also happy to have with us today members of the State Exams Commission. So the State Exams or Examinations Commission is the body that's tasked with the assessment of the Junior Cert and Leaving Cert Applied and so many other courses throughout the school system. So while we refer to the Department of Education in a general sense, it's the State Exams or State Examinations Commission that actually process the millions of pieces of paper throughout the summer months to arrive at results. And we're extremely grateful for them, specifically for this event, because they supply the information that gives us the results, if you like, gives us the outcome of the process. And everyone sitting here in front of us, you're either first, second or third. You've achieved that grade. Nobody, it's completely anonymous, if you like. It has come through that system. So it doesn't matter what school, what area of the country, or anything else. This is the thing that's very, very, very nice about the particular award, that you know that if you've achieved first, second or third place, you are the best in the country at that subject. So it's quite an achievement, and it's super. We'll have the round of applause in a few minutes for that one. I'm also delighted to have many of the academic staff from the GMIT who are great supporters of our organisation, including the IT support that we have as well. We do appreciate it. We welcome also school managers, principals, deputy principals and middle management teams from schools, along with the subject teachers who have taken the time to be here to sit and beside their student today, and in recognition of the achievement that the student has made, and that's really, really important. But most importantly, the people that we welcome are the awardees themselves, the students. It's their day, but it's also the day for the parents or guardians. That's really crucial, because you've been the background team, you've been there for the support all along, all those days in school, all those days in primary school, which it mustn't be forgotten. And it's a culmination of all of that that brings you here today. So it's really a monumental day in your career, your education, and I suppose in your lifeline going forward. So it's okay to be proud today, to be proud as teachers, to be proud as students, and to be extremely proud as parents, because as you know and you're aware, it's a difficult job. Parenting is a difficult job, and keeping people on track in school, supporting them is really important. And obviously by you being here today means you're doing an extremely good job on that. So well done to the parents as well. So this particular theatre today is called Theatre 1000 on the campus, and it's, as I said, a very special day. We have 43 awardees today, so 43 students receiving awards. Their teachers are recognised also in this event because we give them a certificate to recognise that, and hopefully we'll go back to the schools, to the classrooms, to the notice board, and something that can be used in promotional work for the school as well, because it is an extremely good achievement. A little bit about our own association. The Technoteachers Association has been in existence for over 30 years now, and it represents and supports teachers of the technological suite of subjects. Draw your attention to page 6 of your booklet. If you have one there, you might just open it of all those fine pictures and photographs of the gentlemen that are involved in it. So you'll see the names and the faces, and as we move around, the guys themselves are helping with the awards at different stages, and if you'll see them around. So they do all of that work on a voluntary basis, and many of the people that are here in the room as teachers have contributed to their branch network and so on over years. So it's something that teachers give some years to, and then they move on to something else and so on. So it's a generic organisation from within the teaching community. There are 10 executive members in all, and they work, as I said, in the branch network, which I might just explain a little bit about there. The branch network, we have 12 branches at the moment, nationwide. They're highly active, and they're involved in what we call CPD, continuous professional development for teachers. So where, for instance, the department isn't providing some specific area of teacher training, then we try to supplement that at local and branch level, and we have some very interesting talks and demonstrations and so on. And the teachers that attend that bring that information back to the classroom, and by bringing it back to the classroom, it transforms itself into the work that the students are doing. So it's really very, very important. This is a particularly unprecedented time for change within the education system, so it's important that there's support there for teachers and upskilling and so on, as it is important in every other walk of life also. So we look forward to working with teachers into the future on that. Today our awards section will be broken into two sections. So we're going to present the Junior Cert Awards first of all. Then we'll take a small break to have some guest speakers, and then we'll continue on with the Leaving Cert section. And the Leaving Cert has Leaving Cert Applied, Technology, DCG and Construction Studies. So without any further ado, I'm going to hand you over to our chairperson, Mr. Stephen O'Brien, to say a few words. Thank you very, very much, and you're all most welcome again. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Technoteachers Association, I extend a warm welcome to this year's award-winning students, their families, teachers and school representatives. Welcome to Galway and the GMIT campus on this proud day in your academic journey. This is the 9th year that GMIT has hosted our annual awards, and we thank especially Dr. Michael Hannon, Acting President, for his continued assistance, and indeed all the GMIT staff for placing their college facilities at our disposal. I welcome Mr. Seamus Lahart, who is President of the Teachers Union of Ireland. Seamus is a teacher of technology, and in his role as TUI President has been a wonderful advocate for technological education. We are delighted you could be with us today and greatly appreciate your support as we prepare to honour our most meritorious students. Extratherm have been a great friend of our association for a number of years now, and I would like to thank them for their involvement with our national conference last October, and welcome their representative, Mr. Phil Ward, here today. The Technoteachers Association is delighted to have an ongoing partnership with Construction Industry Federation, who we have formed a very good working relationship with, and we also welcome our friends from industry leaders, John Sisk and Son, who are sponsoring the Junior Certificate Materials Technology Wood Award. The State Examinations Commission play a vital role in these awards. It is the SEC who provides the information which allows us to honour you, our outstanding students, and quite frankly, we would not be able to honour you in this way without their help. The TTA appreciate their contribution to today's celebration. And three of the main men are up there, and I'd like to thank you, gentlemen, personally. I've done it already, and thank you very much. Sadly, in 2016, the TTA lost one of our longest-serving and valued members. Since then, in recognition of his contribution to the Technoteachers Association, the Martin Hayes Award is presented in his honour. I am delighted to welcome Margaret and Emer here this morning to present the Martin Hayes Award to the student who achieved first place in construction studies higher level. You're very welcome this morning. Students, in honouring your achievements, we also recognise the role of your teachers who have guided you to such success. It is a proud occasion in a teacher's career when one of their students is acknowledged with a national award, and we are delighted to be your representative association. I would like to thank the National Executive of the Technoteachers Association, whose dedicated work has made such a day of recognition possible. It is my privilege to be associated with a dedicated and willing group of educators. I'm going to name them very quickly. Padraig Cawley, your Master of Ceremonies, you saw him already. John McGuinness is sitting down here beside me. David Page is hiding around there somewhere. Martin Horan, he was on registration this morning. Tony Harrison is standing over here on my right. Michael Lynch, a new member of ours, he joined us this year, and I think he's going to be an excellent member for us going forward. Kenneth Henry, Patrick McNamara, and Brendan Waldron, who's hiding over here as well. I see him down. He'll be the one handing out all those trophies and prizes later on. Gentlemen, thank you for all your work that you give to the association over a long number of years. It is much, much appreciated. Finally, to the students, today's awards celebrate and reward exceptional achievement across a broad range of skills. You have demonstrated the highest levels of analytical thinking, creative design, manufacturing skills, and intellectual reasoning. In a modern world where contemporary values are continually shifting, the skills you have gained means that you are more than well equipped to face the future with confidence. In being recognised as the best, you honour yourselves, your families, and your schools. I wish you continued success in your future careers and studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Our second speaker this morning is Dr. Michael Hannon, who is acting president of the GMIT here. And just to say that Michael has a special connection with our association because Michael is a former woodwork teacher and has progressed on through the ranks of education and achieving his doctorate in the most recent years, and has a very strong association here with the GMIT. And it's because of that association with Michael that we have had the facilities here and been so well looked after over the last number of years. So thank you again, Michael. And I'll call on Michael to say a few words. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Pádraig. On behalf of GMIT, I would like to welcome the TTA, parents, teachers, principals and other school managers, friends, families and most importantly, the award winners. I congratulate all the award recipients here today. In doing so, I also congratulate your teachers for the help and support you received throughout the examination year, and let's not forget the help and support you received from your parents and family. GMIT is a multi-campus institute catering for approximately 7,000 students, with 2 campuses here in Galway, this being the biggest one. The second is known as the Centre for Creative Arts and Media and deals mostly with film and contemporary art programmes and is part of our design school. The other campuses are in Castlebar, where the emphasis is on nursing, social care and outdoor education. We have the National Centre for Education in Furniture Design and Technology at the Letterfrack campus, also part of our design school, and where we offer a teaching degree that qualifies graduates to teach construction studies, DCG, and the related junior certificate programs. We also have furniture design and technology programs running very successfully at that campus. And finally, we have agriculture-related programs running at our 5th campus in Mount Bellew. And you can find out more about all of these programs on our website. We recently, as in the last couple of months, validated a second degree, teaching degree that some of you might be interested in the future. It is a Bachelor of Education Honours in Art, Design and Graphics, and it is a full-time 4-year Level 8 undergraduate concurrent initial teacher education programme aligned with the professional requirements mandated by the Teaching Council. The programme is designed for applicants who wish to pursue a professional teaching qualification in 2 post-primary subjects, art and design and communication graphics. This programme addresses the current national challenge of teacher supply in delivering 2 post-primary subject specialisms and is therefore in line with the Department of Education and Skills Statement of Strategy Kumasu. Combining art with another Leaving Cert subject for the first time in an undergraduate IT programme is unique nationally. This is pertinent since art graduates in other Irish ITE programmes graduate with a single subject only and thus do not have the subject versatility that the majority of post-primary teachers do. Paul Leamy, our head of department at the Letterfrack campus, has a stand outside in the lobby if you would like to find out any more on this. GMIT is proud to be associated with this celebration of excellence, and it is fitting that this ceremony is taking place in an Institute of Technology where the emphasis is on applied learning and where there is a student-centred approach to learning. During the past year, we were successful in getting planning permission for a 25 million STEM building that has now proceeded to the tendering phase. You might also have noticed on your way in that we are finishing off a new 5 million enterprise support building at the front, and this is due to open before the summer. And we have plans for a further 40 million investment in the area of land acquisition and the establishment of a sports centre of excellence. In summary, I mentioned these few points to highlight the ambitious developments we are pursuing in order to provide students with the best possible student experience during your time with us. And I'll conclude now by once again congratulating all the worthy award winners, and I wish you a very enjoyable day. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Michael. It's exciting to hear about all that funding and also the developments in the west of the country. It's great to see it. So our final speaker in this particular section will be David Tracy from CISC. And David represents a huge organisation, construction industry, and one of the market leaders. And we've developed links over the last number of years with these companies because it can expand and assist our students that go on into those subject-related courses at 3rd level and then into future careers and so on. So we have a link for engineering, all the construction courses, all the business courses that relate to that, quantity surveying and so on. And because of our links with CISC and the Construction Industry Federation, we are able to guide our students, get information, I suppose, directly from them on how best to proceed if these are areas that they would like to pursue in the future. So I'll call now on David, please, to say a few words. Thank you.
President, distinguished guests, techno-teachers, teachers, parents, family members and students in particular, good morning. I wish to thank Stephen O'Brien from Technoteachers Association on behalf of John Sisk & Son for the opportunity to speak here today on behalf of the construction industry and in particular in my case on apprenticeships. Sisk are very proud sponsors of these awards. John Sisk & Son is a 160-year-old company founded in Cork back in 1859, and today we're one of the largest construction companies in Ireland with work all across Ireland, the UK and mainland Europe. It's still a family-owned business, fifth-generation family-owned business, Irish company, and our training centre plays a huge vital role in the company's values of investing in its people from an early age. Behind our head office in Dublin, we have our own training centre, and each year, Winifred and myself, we recruit a number of apprentices. And we're very proud of doing that, and we feel the recruitment process is so important. Our apprentices become our next generation site managers, and without this commitment of our in-house training, our apprentices would struggle, our company would struggle otherwise to deliver large and medium-sized projects. And currently we're working in Wembley for the last 15 years, and our key site manager is Shane O'Hara from County Mayo, that started the apprenticeship with us 22 years ago. So we're very proud to say, massive big project in London. A lead member on the team came from an apprenticeship background. Doing an apprenticeship has many advantages. You earn as you learn from day one. You have a skill set for life. It involves on and off the job training and is not all classroom based. It's hands-on. The job satisfaction of having a skill set is very rewarding, and the case of CISCs, once you complete a good apprenticeship, beyond that your progress is mapped, and you will end up doing either a level 7 or a level 8 degree in construction site management. At this stage, you're very employable and you will always fit the jobs market. So before you fill in the CAO down the line, consider working in the industry and consider doing an apprenticeship. We must also mention last March in the RDS Simmons Court, Ireland Skills Live National Skills Competition took place, with up to 25 apprenticeship competitions that happened over 3 days. These competitions were not only in construction, but they're also in creative arts, manufacturing and engineering, hospitality, transportation, aviation and information technology. This was a game changer for apprenticeship awareness in Ireland, and no doubt helped Ireland's skills shortage. So this coming September, we hope to run these competitions again, and we're soon to announce a venue and a date. And again, our link with Technoteachers Association is so important. So we strongly recommend all schools to come on board and visit this event. We must also mention, soon to be launched, and I'm sure Tom will talk about, and Dermot here from the CIF, the Careers in Construction campaign, which will have a big focus on promoting all careers in construction and in the industry in general, reaching out to schools to engage with students to explore career opportunities beyond school. I would like to thank Technoteachers and congratulate them once again on hosting a great event and showcasing the standards of teaching excellence of craft skill sets coming from our schools. And also congratulations to the proud families and parents on your sons and daughters' achievements. Finally, you, the students, congrats and well done. This is a day in the calendar to remember, and from this you will grow in confidence. You will come and rise to the top of that ladder, and nobody or nothing will stop you. Also, I'd like to say that consider going on, not for everyone is third level. So I would say consider doing an apprenticeship. I started my career, I was in school, I didn't want to go on beyond the Intercert at the time. I decided, no, I'll leave school, but a very good woodwork teacher, and he encouraged me to do the Leaving Cert. He wanted me to go teaching. So I finished my Leaving Cert, but from there, I joined CISC, and I never looked back. I had great opportunities. I'm over 30 years with the company. I'm involved in the CIF, I'm involved with World Skills Ireland, I get to travel, and the job satisfaction for me in particular is seeing young people coming into the business, and at the end of the 4 years, seeing them skilled and qualified, so work ready and so able for the jobs market. So I would highly recommend, to consider and look at construction and all the career paths ahead. So I wish you all the students, every success in your chosen career paths, and I wish you every good health and happiness into the future. Thank you.
So now we're moving on to the awards, the reason we're all here today. And the first set of awards that we're going to present are in the Junior Cert category. And there are 3 subject areas in that. So just a little bit of housekeeping, just to explain how it's going to work. The awardees today, just as well, will be receiving a beautiful handcrafted trophy to mark the outstanding achievement. And if you just have a moment there to turn to page 1 of our booklet, there's an explanation about the award, its origin, and the design and so on. So that's just a little story about the award that you'll be receiving today. So, another little bit of information as well. We've employed the services of Reg Gordon here today, photographer, and Reg will take all the official photographs today. These will be available at a later stage very soon on our website, and also will be available from Reg directly himself. Our invited guests have informed me that they will be available afterwards if you wish to take some family photographs or photographs with the school or whatever combinations you want. They'll be available afterwards, so there's no hurry away from that. So thanks to Reg. Reg has been with us from the very inception, and he does a super job and is very efficient. So awardees and students. So this is how it will work. I will call out in the order of 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. I'll invite the student first of all, and then the teacher at the same time can come forward. And we'll make your way to the award area over on my left on your right hand side. When you're going back, you won't be going back to your seat that you're sitting in now. You'll be going back into the seat in front of you. Okay, so we have a blank row there that we hope to fill, and it'll move down that way. So it should be a little bit more efficient, and you won't have to cross over anybody to get to your seat. So I would say that if you have a bag or if you have any belongings, if you leave it up on the desk in front of you, before you leave, you'll be able to grab that as you return to the seat in front of you. We have 3 people that will be helping us. Kenneth over on the left-hand side, and David and Michael will also be helping, and Tony, with that whole process. So don't worry, just follow the instructions there and you'll be fine. So we're going to begin now. So I'd ask, Brendan is looking after the awards, and I'm going to ask Seamus to make his way over to the award area, to Seamus Lahart, along with our chairperson, Stephen O'Brien. Okay, gentlemen. So our first awardee for the 2019 examinations in our subject area is Thomas Harty, and Thomas is from the De La Salle Secondary School in Dundalk, County Louth, and his teacher is Terry Bruton. So if they could make their way forward, please, to the presentation area. Well done, Thomas. And to Terry. Unfortunately, the recipient in 2nd place is unable to attend. That's Olamide Elande from Colosh de Lurcan, Castledermot, County Kildare, and the teacher there is Dennis Lyons. So I'd ask that maybe Stephen or one of the guys, just Brendan, accept that award on his behalf. Thank you very much. And in 1st place, we have Arne Monsell from Villiers School, Limerick City, and Arne's teacher is James Brown. Congratulations. That's 1st place in ordinary level technology. So we're moving on now to higher level technology, and in third place, Hannah Cunningham, and Hannah is from Sacred Heart Secondary School in Clonakilty, County Cork, and her teacher is John Woods. And we have a joint first place in higher level technology, which is not unusual. Sometimes there isn't any significant difference or any markable difference between the two results. And in that case, they're awarded a joint first place. So first up, we'll have Jack Haverty, and Jack is from Villiers School in Limerick City. And again, the teacher there is James Brown. And just to note, in first place, the first place recipient had to receive the award a little bit earlier on because they were involved in a very important sporting match today, and that was Brian Smith, and Brian is also from Villiers School, and the teacher there is James as well. So well done folks. So now we're moving on to the subject area of technical graphics, and we're beginning with ordinary level. And in third place, we had Leah Cosgrave from Larga College in Clones, County Monaghan, and the teacher there was Stephen Smith. And unfortunately, they don't appear to be with us today, but congratulations in absence to them. In second place then, go right up the country to Donegal, and it's Shay McAbrehnu. And Shay is from Public School Guidor in Letterkenny, County Donegal, and Keith O'Farry is the teacher. So if Keith could make his way forward, please. And it's Shay there. Yeah, thank you. And I'd ask Keith to remain there because Keith is involved in the first place technical graphics at ordinary level, and the student is Eamon McGillavrida from Guidor, Public School Guidor in County Donegal. So if Eamon could make his way forward, please. Thank you. So moving on to a higher level in technical graphics, and in third place, moving down to Cork, we have Liam Cotter, and Liam is from Colosh the Cullum in Ballincollig, County Cork, and his teacher is Kieran Daly. Kieran is unable to attend today, but Liam thankfully is here, which is great. Well done. And in second place, we have Jack Fitzgerald, and Jack is from Calasantis College in Oranmore in County Galway, and his teacher is Brian Taylor. And in first place, in technical graphics higher level, we have James Timothy. And James is from Colosh the Ballyclare in Clare Galway, County Galway. And his teacher is Patrick Kelly, who's unable to attend today, but Dad Michael is here to step in. Thank you. Well done. Well done. So we're moving on now to the area of materials technology wood, and I'd ask Seamus to have a seat for a few moments, and I'm going to ask David Tracy to go forward, please, to make some presentations. So we're starting off in third place at ordinary level in materials technology wood, and the student is Dylan Tuberty. And Dylan is from Spanish Point, Milltown Malbay, County Clare. And Dylan's teacher is John O'Sullivan. And in second place, we have Darcy French, and Darcy's from Coláiste Cregon in Mount Bellew, County Galway, and the teacher is Dermot Shaughnessy. And in first place, ordinary level materials technology wood, all the way from Boyle in County Roscommon, we have Nicole Benici, and Nicole's school is the Abbey Community College in Boyle, and her teacher, Gary Fallon, is unable to attend today, but Nicole is here, thankfully. Well done, Nicole. That's a very special award there, prepared for us by CISC, in addition to our own award, so crafted in their own workshop, so it's an excellent piece and one that you'll have for years to come, I'm sure. Very proud of it. So we're moving on to a higher level of materials technology wood, and in third place we have Michael Hock from Borrisacane Community College, County Tipperary, and Michael's teacher is Mark McGinn. And in second place, we have Aaron Hayes, and Aaron is from Dronshaughlin Community College, County Meath, and Aaron's teacher is Tommy Lynch. And it's worth mentioning that in materials technology wood, you have almost 18,000 candidates. And today we have 6 people in total that are the top 6 in the country, 3 at both levels from 18,000. That's a pretty remarkable achievement. Yeah, it's worth mentioning. So in first place in materials technology wood, we have Owen Cottrell, and Owen is from Douglas Community School, Cork City, and Owen's teacher is Ger McNamara. Well done. And Owen also receives the special award prepared by CISC for this prestigious award. Well done. As I said earlier on, all of those photographs will be available on the website, but they're also available directly from Reg. And I forgot to mention at the onset that all of today's event is live streamed here. Compliments of the IT support staff from the GMIT. The link we had for that earlier on, did I pass by it, John? I did, yeah. Wouldn't be able to show it back up there, no. So we can get that link. So schools can look at that later on. That will be uploaded to YouTube and can use it for maybe people that are abroad and so on, and send them on that. So you'll have a record of the presentation from start to finish. So we're going to take a little break from the presentations now for a moment, and we'll have one or two more speeches before we go into the final section, which will cover all the Leaving Cert subjects. So I'm going to introduce you to Phil Ward, and Phil is from Extra Therm, representing the company. And many of you, I suppose, over the more recent times with energy efficient homes and so on, it's probably a name or a symbol that you may be familiar with because of, thankfully, the work and the economy that's taking place now. They are our main sponsor, which is very, very important to us at the outset, and the sponsorship covers the cost of trophies, any refreshments and other printed material that we need to prepare for days like today. So it is very, very important to us and helps us along with days like this. So I'm going to ask Phil, who's representing the company, just to say a few words. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Phil Ward. I'm with Extra Therm Insulation. We have been working with Technoteachers for many years now, supporting colleges and schools with samples, literature, information for leading students onto the future. Things are changing rapidly within building regulations and the way we build these days, and we need to keep up to date. And working with the Technoteachers is an excellent way of doing it. So I would like to thank Technoteachers for working with us over the years, and hopefully you've had some benefit within your specialised subjects if you have had the chance to see our materials to improve. I would like today to just say a few words of congratulations to you guys. It is, as was said on the first speech, you are the best in the country, and you should really hold your heads up high today and accept these awards with great pride. There's so many students out there that would love to be sitting where you are right now, and I think you deserve a great big pat on the back and a huge round of applause when we've finished these events today. I would like to thank GMIT for holding the event here today as well. It's a great building to hold it at, it's a great venue, and it's great to see so many people in attendance given the situations we have at the moment. So well done for turning up, firstly. And thank you again to Technoteachers for working with us. We have a training centre at our branch in Navan, County Meath, which has full accredited construction details and full life-size and lifestyle buildings built into it with walls, floors, roofs and timber, etc. all built in. You're all very welcome to see it at any stage if you want to give me a call. I've brought some business cards along with me. If you want to come along and see the building, please give me a shout afterwards and come and see me. Take my card and we'll arrange for you to have a wee visit into the building. Okay? Again, congratulations. Nothing more to say really, but thumbs up, well done, and keep that chin held high today. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Phil. And I would imagine that small groups from schools and so on, from maybe construction studies classes and others, might be able to take up that offer with Phil at a later stage. So thank you for that. Our next speaker is Mr. Tom Parlin, and Tom is the Director General of the Construction Industry Federation. It's a huge organisation, and we're delighted again to have made some connections with the Construction Industry Federation, because it, as a career choice, it encompasses so many careers. Obviously the ones like architecture, engineering and so on, but behind the scenes there are so many other support organisations in relation to the construction industry that we're probably not aware of in all its aspects. So it's really important to ourselves as educators, for our students going out into the workforce, but it's also important for our economy going forward. So I'd like to invite Mr. Parlin to the podium, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and first I want to apologise for the state of me. Dermot didn't advise me that we should have been dressed up, and I wasn't feeling too bad until I saw Michael Hoch down there and his teacher, Mark McGinn. Anyone that didn't notice them, you know, I think Savile Row to be more replaced there, and you're certainly going to look well on the Nina Guardian this week anyhow, and fair play to you for turning out, but everyone is looking well, but it's no mark of disrespect. I'm wearing my good CIF jacket anyhow. The first thing I want to say is that I'm delighted to be here, and we've been long associated with the Technoteachers, and Zeph and Dermot, you know, appreciate the massive support that you give, and we want to be even closer. Whether that means we're going to stump up a few extra quid or whatever, I'll leave you to come to that conclusion. But, you know, in terms of the challenges that we have in the industry to attract people in, you know, it's a wonderful time for young people graduating or going through college. I mean, the world is your oyster. Whatever you want to do is practically there for you. You know, and that won't last forever either. But construction is competing with every other sector, and certainly we want to put our best foot forward and fight for people there. So I think in terms of the event, it's always good to celebrate achievement, and clearly the people that are here are top of the class. They're people that have put an effort in, and they're teachers, and you can see the great rapport and the pride that is there between teachers and students in terms of, you know, it's a team effort, and of course the parents as well. And you did mention about one student that's missing. I met his mum outside. They drove from Limerick up here to collect the award, and they're gone to Dublin to play a major hockey game. But that was the amount of import they put on the award, that would actually come up here to collect it, and they couldn't wait for it any longer. So, you know, again, to say the Technoteachers do a brilliant job, apart from their career choice, the association and the effort it puts in on a voluntary basis. And it is a Saturday when everyone else thinks the teachers are, you know, lazing around and having the crack and living the life. You know, this is an example of the effort that you put in. To Dave Tracy, who's, you know, a massive supporter of skills and trade and training, and apart from his own company, which is probably, it is far and away the biggest construction firm we have in the country, and I have to be careful what I say because I represent all, but it's very much up with the very best of them as well in terms of practice and what to do. And not just David's commitment to CISC, but his commitment to CIF and to training and to furthering skills, you know, is big. Seamus Brady, I saw him here earlier, a local guy from Castle Group, and he took a picture, which is the modern day, and he posted it on a WhatsApp, and it went around, and I just gave a look at my phone there. And with all due respects to the rest of us on the panel here, one of the commentary was male and stale. So I took a picture of the audience and I sent it back and I said, it looks an awful lot better from this side down here, which it does. Just to say a few other things, like the construction industry, I won't say we're reinventing ourselves, but certainly we are and have done. And we're a new industry now. And yesterday we had a major event to celebrate International Women's Day. And we're making major efforts to make the industry more acceptable to women. You know, we appreciate that women are half of the potential workforce out there, and we're a fear not getting. And I note that we've had Nicole and Hannah here already, and I hope you're going to consider working in the industry in terms of going forward, and it'll be a much more welcoming place. And we'd like to think that we're a very diverse industry, that we're inclusive, and so on. And we've doubled the number of women from about 5,000 up to over 12,000 in the last 3 or 4 years, and that's a positive move. Likewise, in terms of what you're saying, the techno side of it, like we have to embrace technology, and we are doing that. And in terms of all the new modern technology, BIM and Lean and all of that, we're working very, very hard for that. And particularly, I'm very, very proud, and I know that every time I ever hear Dave talking about the industry, he's very passionate. I'm very passionate about supporting the industry. And when I go out on sites, and I've been on a number of sites just recently, when you see the data centres are being turned out, the likes of Intel just lately, the pharma plants, the new children's hospital, the actual quality of the housing that's been turned out, the quality of the sports stadium. You know, we're turning out fantastic facilities for people that are absolutely cutting edge and dealing with some of the best companies in the world. So we can afford to blow our trumpet a little bit on that. In terms of climate change and the environment, that is the way forward, and we're embracing that in a big way. In terms of the new building regulations, it's all about turning out practically a zero energy house. And likewise across the board in terms of our involvement in retrofitting the older houses. Certainly we're going to have a big input into that, and we're striving to do that. And as Dave referred to, a big thing that Dermot here and ourselves are involved in is a careers campaign, which we're looking for the support of government, and for our own members made a major contribution, and for some of the other big players as well, to reach out to you students, and maybe at your stage and earlier, to say, think of construction as a future career, one that will be a satisfying career for you. We do pay well. When you look at pay rates in construction, they compete very, very well. We'd like to feel that, as I said, that it's a good, diverse place to work, that it's a safe place to work, and also that it's going to be a cutting-edge place. So again, thanks for having us here. We look forward to working closer with you, Stephen, and with the group. Congratulations to all of the people that are getting awards here, and well done. And when it comes to a little bit further, and you're thinking where you might go in terms of the future, do consider a career in construction. And there will always be a place for people with skills and with good hands. And it's a passport to travel the world as well. So congratulations to everyone involved here, and particularly for the students who are winning awards. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Our final speaker before we move on to the senior cycle subject presentations is Seamus Lahart. And Seamus is the president of the TUI, the Teachers Union of Ireland. But more importantly, from our perspective, we're particularly proud of Seamus because he was a technology teacher in Coláiste the Dúnisca Clare, in Care, for many years. But as well as that, in 1997, Seamus was with us as a recipient teacher. So he had a student here collecting Junior Certificate Technology Award. So I suppose he's come the full circle. And so we're very, very happy to welcome him here today. He's someone that has promoted technology in education, promoted gender participation in technology subjects, and he's now involved in the senior cycle review, and will have a great influence and a great input in the direction that these subjects take. So I'll hand you over now to Seamus. Thank you.
Hello. Could I say the fact that I was here 23 years ago and one of my students was the recipient of a reward then, an award, then is still a matter of which I'm immensely proud. 23 years later, albeit Stephen reminded me that it was that long ago. By the way, Stephen is a former student of mine, another matter of which I'm extremely proud. I taught him everything that he knows, apparently. But the chains I have around my neck, I don't normally march around on Saturday morning with chains on my neck, but I only get them out for special occasions, and this is an extremely special occasion, and these are the chains of office because I'm the current president of the Teachers Union of Ireland. We represent 20,000 plus teachers, lecturers and tutors in post-primary schools, in further education colleges, in institutes of technology, and now in Technological University. Technological University Dublin is set up and underway. I'm also happy that our lecturers here in Galway in the West are cooperating and working towards the development of a technological university in the West by the amalgamation of GMIT here, Sligo, Letterkenny, Castlebar, to create a technological university which will further enhance the opportunities and courses available to students and will attract increased funding for the institutes to develop further. And that is good news for students, particularly in the technological subjects. I am pleased to have been invited here today to present some of the awards to the technology students to acknowledge their excellence. And all of the students that will be or are being presented here today, it has been said before, are unique in that they have come first, second or third in an All-Ireland competition, and that's very significant. And they should be immensely proud of their performance. And they're receiving a lovely trophy and a certificate. And I would say to students that don't underestimate the certificate that you're getting here today, include it in your CV, because employers in the future, or whatever career you choose, CIO points are a very narrow measure of people's potential or people's success. But what you have in your hand going out the door here today, you can stitch into your CV, and if an employer looks at your CV and sees that you have taken on something and you have come first, second or third in an All-Ireland competition in a project which you did, mostly on your own, but with the assistance of your teachers, is quite a significant fact, and you should treasure what you have under your arm going out the door here today, and use it in that regard. I think the work of teachers and your parents has been spoken about, and the Technoteachers group is a shining example of the voluntary work that teachers do in their own time to promote higher standards in education, and in particular in the technology subjects. And any neutral observer coming in the door here today and looking at the display of project work in the booklet and indeed outside in the hallway could not but be massively impressed. And I think in that regard, the teachers and the techno teachers, you might join them with me in giving them a round of applause and showing appreciation for the work that they do. The nature, as has been stated, we're in TUI. We're promoting, pathways. We're involved in senior cycle review, and pathways, alternative pathways, besides just filling in a CAO form, are being pursued, and you will see changes in that regard. The Irish economy is crying out for students to follow careers in technology disciplines, and the career opportunities are limitless. There's a wide choice of courses available in institutes of technology which have useful links, and you've seen the links that they have with industry, and employers are looking for people to come from courses such as these that have the skills that are required in the workforce, not just some academic certificate that is, doesn't give them the skills that they require. The apprenticeship model is also being expanded to include new areas such as finance, computer technology, logistics, biopharmachem, construction, electrical and engineering. And many students prefer the blended learning approach of this model, learning both while on the job and at college. And this area is also being promoted by government and will see further and continued growth, because industry requires people such as yourselves who can work on their own and who can produce projects, to a level of excellence that you've shown here today. So my message to students today is to keep up the good work that you have shown here today. Build your CV so that you can show employers what you have achieved already, and use the technology subjects as an excellent base to develop a good career which has endless opportunities. So congratulations and well done, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Seamus. So now we move on to the final section where we're dealing with Leaving Cert Applied, Technology at Leaving Certificate, Design and Communications, Graphics at Leaving Certificate, and finally Construction Studies. So you'll be able to follow those through in your booklet. So I'm going to ask Seamus and Phil from Extra Term to make their way over to the presentation area, please, along with Stephen. And we're going to begin with Leaving Cert Applied. And in this particular area, looking at Leaving Cert Applied, it's Graphics and Construction Studies are the subjects that we're awarding. And in third place, unfortunately, Jessie Coing, this student, is unable to attend. She's out of the country. But thankfully, Martin Kelly, all the way from Ballinane, County Mayo, Youth Reach, is here to receive the award on her behalf, and also the Teacher Award. Well done, Martin. And in second place, in Graphics and Construction Studies, we have Justin McPhillips, and Justin is from O'Carrollin College in Nobber, County Meath, and his teacher is Stephen Smith. So we have Stephen and Justin. Well done. Those photographs as well will be distributed to the newspapers that you nominated on the forms when we got the information back for you. So if you told us that it was the Limerick Leader or whatever, the Reg will look after sending those photographs directly to those with the captions and all included. So that's a great service. Thank you. Okay, so we're moving on to first place in the Graphics and Construction Studies, and the student is Michael Lenehan, and Michael is from Our Lady Secondary School in Belmullet, County Mayo, and his teacher is Harry Riley. Well done. So we're moving on to Leaving Cert Applied Technology, and in third place we have Daniels Ragamuffs, and Daniels is from St Mary's CBS in Enniscorthy, County Wexford, and his teacher is Colin Bates. Well done. And in second place, we have Colin Glacken, and Colin is from Ross's Community School, Dunlow, County Donegal, and unfortunately his teacher, Tony Croke, couldn't be here today. So Colin is here gladly, all the way from Donegal. And in first place, the student is Jerome Boyle, and Jerome is also from Ross's Community School in Dunlow in County Donegal, and his teacher is Colin Byrne, and due to an unforeseen set of circumstances, neither are available to attend, but thankfully we have Suzanne Glacken, who's mother to Colin, who just been previously awarded, has kindly offered to accept the award on behalf of the student, the school and the teacher. So. Thanks, Suzanne. So we're moving on then to Leaving Cert Technology. The subject itself, it's there at junior cycle as well, and progresses the same name into senior cycle. So in third place for ordinary level technology, we have Ciara Barrett, and Ciara attends Sacred Heart Secondary School, or attended Clonakilty, County Cork, and her teacher was John Woods. And in second place, we have Philippe Kozak. And Philippe attends St. Mary's College, Dundalk, County Louth, and his teacher is Michael Whelan. Michael Whelan. And in first place, Evan Morn, student at Good Counsel College, New Ross in County Wexford, who's unfortunately not able to attend today, but the teacher, his teacher, Darren Keneally, is able to do that. Thank you very much, Darren. Well done. So we're moving on to higher level technology at Leaving Cert level. And in third place, we have Adam Martin. And Adam is from St. Mary's College, Rathmines in Dublin. And his teacher is John Nisbet, who cannot be here today. Thank you. Well done, Adam, for attending. And we're delighted to see so many Leaving Cert students make the effort to attend today, given that many of them are in college and some are overseas and have busy lives now that they've left the secondary school system. So it's great that they've taken time out of their busy schedule to be here with us. So in second place, we have Lisa Finn, and Lisa attended Sculwurra, Clonturk, County Cork, and Lisa's teacher was Gerald Crotty. And in first place, we have Martha Woods from Sacred Heart Secondary School, Clonakilty, County Cork. Cork doing very, very well in these awards. And her teacher is John Woods. Well done, Martha. And Martha also received a similar award at Junior Cert level a few years ago. So well done, Martha. Great achievement. Okay, so we're moving on to DCG, Design and Communication Graphics, and for this I'm going to ask Michael Hannon to go to the presentation area, and I'd ask Seamus and Phil to take a seat, please. Thank you. So we're going to begin with ordinary level, DCG as we call it in the teaching circles, but the correct name for the subject is Design and Communications Graphics, and it's a new subject, relatively new to our suite of subjects, and involves areas such as freehand sketching, the use of computer-aided design, and it's very up there with current trends with product design and so on. And we find that many of our students progress into those particular design areas and have skills above and beyond, I suppose, what the average college student might have, having done the DCG, Design and Communications course. So it's an exciting development and a particular achievement, I would say, for those students that have received these awards today. Well done to them. So in third place at ordinary level, we have Rory Cooney, and Rory attended Public School Ackla in Achill, Colosh the Public School Ackla, and in County Mayo, and the teacher is Adrian Lally. Well done. So in second place, we have Morris Zeus, and Morris went to St. Alves School, Tipperary Town, and his teacher was Owen Kennedy. Well done. And in first place, we had Sean O'Sullivan from Northmon Secondary School in Cork, and his teacher was Liam O'Brien, and unfortunately none of them are available to attend today. So well done to Sean and his teacher Liam in their absence. Well done. So moving on to higher level in design and communication graphics, we have a joint third place in this category. And in the first of the third places, we have Omar Salim from Sutton Park School, Dublin, and his teacher is Peter Timmins. And a special mention there for the teacher, Peter Timmins, no stranger to our award ceremony. Well done, Peter. And the other joint third place is Adam Dunn, who's unable to attend, but Adam has attended the Royal School, Cavan, and his teacher, Darren Vahi, is here today to receive the award. So well done, Darren. Thank you. And moving on to second place, student's name is Conor Reynolds, and Conor attended St. Joseph's Secondary School, Drogheda, County Louth, and his teacher was James Matthews. Well done. Well done, Conor and James. And in first place in higher level design and communication graphics, we had Stephen Dorn, and the teacher was Michael Crehan. And this award was made earlier because Stephen had to attend an interview for his work placement from the course that he's doing in college with the ESB today. So we presented the award earlier, we met with him and his family, and he's gone on to his next appointment. So well done to Stephen and to Michael on that first place in design and communication graphics. So for the final section, construction studies, I'm going to ask Tom Parlin, please, to make his way to the presentation area. So we'll be taking construction studies at ordinary level and at higher level, and this is our final category of subjects at senior cycle. So when everyone's ready there. In third place in construction studies, we have Trevor Lean, and Trevor attended Mercy Secondary School, Mount Hawk in Tralee, County Kerry. And unfortunately, his teacher, Tygo Sullivan, is unable to attend, but we're delighted to have Trevor here to collect his award. So in second place, we have Lucas Kashlovas, and Lucas attended St. Cuan's College in Castleblaney, Ballinasloe, County Galway, and his teacher is Gerard MacDonald. Well done. And in first place in ordinary level construction studies, we have Owen Callaghy from St. Raphael's College, Loughrea, County Galway, and the teacher is Sean Parr, who cannot be here, but I understand the principal, Paul Cafferty, is here. So we move into the final 3 awards in construction studies. We're moving over to a higher level. And in third place, we have James Briody, and James attended St. Mel's in County Longford, and his teacher was Michael Galvin. It's great to see such a cross-section of counties represented at the awards today. It's fantastic. Okay, well done. Well done, James. So in second place, we have Dara Killeen, and Dara attended Castletroy Community College, Castletroy, County Limerick, and his teacher was Richard Feeney. So Dara, well done. And in first place, we have Ben O'Connor, and Ben attended Gorey Community School in Gorey, County Wexford, and his teacher is Damien Chandler. Well done, lads. So I'm going to ask Ben and Damien just to stay at the award area for just a moment. And I mentioned earlier on about the Martin Hayes and Martin Hayes Award, which will be presented now in a few moments. I would like to draw your attention to our booklet again, and page in the booklet is page 7 in the booklet, and it has a brief explanation and a photograph of Martin and about his involvement in the association. Martin tragically passed away a small number of years ago, and he was a very important member of our executive, and he was very much someone that promoted our subjects, but within the organisation did Trojan work in a very quiet, unassuming way, and developed our subjects and developed our association to the place that it is now. And we owe a huge debt of gratitude to Martin for the work that he did for our association. And of course, behind every good man, there's a great woman and a great team, and Margaret was a great support always for those many Saturdays and other evenings when meetings took place. So we are truly grateful and so happy today that Margaret is with us and her daughter Emer to present the Martin Hayes Award to the student that has achieved the first place, top prize in the country with construction studies. And it has 3 elements, so it's quite an achievement for both Ben, his family, for the school and for the teacher. And so we're delighted, Emer, that you can attend today to make that presentation. So well done. Thank you. Okay, well that brings us to the end of our award ceremony, and it just falls on me to thank everybody that attended again. It's a beautiful event for ourselves as an association to put it together, but more remarkably to see the number of people that attend and that lovely few moments that we have prior to the awards taking place where like-minded people are gathering together and I suppose they're admiring what they've done and taking a little bit of time out of their schedule to actually acknowledge what they have achieved. And I think that's really, really important, because sometimes we just say, yes, we've done this, now what's next? Then it's college, then it's work, and so on. We trundle through some stuff. So it's good to take some time out to acknowledge what has been achieved here by these students with the help of their parents and their teachers. So it is truly remarkable. So, well done, yeah. Round of applause there. We have some gifts to present just before we finish off. So I'd like to ask Seamus if you would mind going forward to your past student, Stephen, who has an award for you there, presentation. Thank you. I must find out from Seamus how was he a good student and all that. We'll have that conversation afterwards. I'm sure he was. And I'd like to ask Michael Hannon to come forward as well, please, just to accept a small gift in recognition of your support. And finally, we have something special for Margaret Hayes, and I don't know if Margaret wants to go over to the presentation area. Are you okay to do that, Margaret? It's just a small gift. Yeah. Okay, and just to mention also that I said it earlier on, I should have said it at the beginning in relation to the live streaming that's taking place at the moment. All of that is recorded and will be available on YouTube, and we'll have the link on our website, which is on the screen behind me now, so that schools can use it. You can share it with your friends, you could send it to relations and so on. You can see the awards event and they can see it almost as good as being here. So we're very grateful to Pat and his IT colleagues for putting that together for us. It really enhances our event. So finally, just to thank all of the people that had some part, played some small role, large role in putting this event together today. All those people that attended or invited guests, Michael again for the facilities, our photographer, and everyone that has supported the catering outside. It has been brilliant. And particularly the students, the parents, it's what it's all about. Obviously, if you don't attend yourselves, it's something of nothing. So we're so proud that you have taken the time to come. We look forward to hearing about your exploits in the years to come, and those people that are in college and in the workforce now, the very best of luck. But those people that are in probably fifth year or transition year now in their schools, to look to the future, look on the achievement, look at what you have achieved here today, build on that for your Leaving Cert, and do the very best that you can. And perhaps, like the lady we saw, Miss Woods, earlier on, you could be back here again in a couple of years' time, and we'd look forward to welcome you. So thank you very much, everybody, and safe home. Thank you.